So today, we're diving into a story that kicks off in a place we all know, right? An exam hall. But believe me, it ends up somewhere a whole lot darker. This is the story of a student named Preeti and what happened during her final terrifying test. Now, to really get what happened here, you've got to understand the school itself. This was not your average high school. This was a place where order and discipline were absolutely everything. The vibe was, well, it was serious, it was intense, and honestly, for some people, it was deeply unsettling. It's the kind of place where anything even slightly out of the ordinary would stick out like a sore thumb, and where some pretty dark secrets could be hidden behind that mask of strict control. And in this crazy, high-pressure environment, right in the middle of the biggest exam of the year, the unthinkable happens. A student just vanishes. And this is Preeti. Now, like pretty much any student during finals, she was anxious. But her anxiety, it wasn't just about the test. See, she was observant, really observant. And on that day, something caught her eye that just felt wrong. She basically became a witness to this growing horror story that was unfolding right there in front of her. Let's just trace her last known moments, okay? She walks into the hall, her nerves are already shot, just like everyone else's, but then she sees something that's totally out of place. A teacher, maybe a proctor, whose hair is, well, it's unnaturally, almost impossibly long. And that one single strange detail just triggers this deep sense of fear that gets worse and worse with every tick of the clock. Until, at some point during that exam, Preeti is just gone. It really was a perfect storm of terror for her. It wasn't just one thing, you know. It was this combination of the school's oppressive atmosphere, the seriously unnerving sight of that teacher, and this chilling feeling that she was being watched. Each one of those things just fed into the next, building her fear up until it was completely overwhelming. So a student has vanished from a supposedly secure school building. You know what happens next? The authorities are called in, and the investigation officially begins. And this is where Inspector Varun comes in. He arrives on the scene with one and only one mission: find out what in the world happened to Preeti. He's the guy who has to look past the school's rigid, perfect facade and dig up the truth that it seems to be desperately trying to hide. So, the inspector walks into this eerie silence. The exam hall, which was just buzzing with nervous energy a little while ago, is now a total ghost town. The school's empty, but you can almost feel what happened hanging in the air. For Varun, every single desk, every scrap of paper, every scuff mark on the floor is now part of a crime scene. In this silent, empty school, Inspector Varun gets to work. He starts combing through the silence, and slowly, very slowly, the first few pieces of the puzzle start to surface. The first question in any investigation is always the same, right? What does the evidence actually tell us? What did Preeti or anyone else leave behind? And here's what he finds. The initial sweep turns up a few key leads. There's some witness accounts that mention a strange teacher. There's physical evidence, a long strand of hair, and there's a person of interest, a name, Neha Sharma. But the most important thing, the real breakthrough, is a specific room number that seems to connect all of it. So yeah, the crucial piece of the puzzle is this number, room 22. This one clue completely changes the game and becomes the focal point of the entire investigation. All the evidence, all the fear, and this whole deep mystery, it's all leading to one single place. One door at the end of a long, empty hallway. And right here, this is where the two parts of our story just collide. What Preeti saw in her moments of terror, this teacher with the disturbingly long hair, is now actually confirmed by Inspector Varun's physical evidence. Her fear has become a real objective trail of clues, and it's leading him straight to room 22. But it turns out that room and all the strange events of that day weren't just connected to some random teacher or even the name Neha Sharma. Nope, there was another, much more ominous name that was linked to both. Professor Pakshi, that's the name. The name tied to room 22, the name that's just echoing in these silent halls. It feels like the final piece of the puzzle. Okay, so Inspector Varun has everything he needs now. He has the name. He has the location. And with every single clue pointing in exactly one direction, he walks down that empty hallway and stands right in front of the door to room 22. And this is where we're left, right at the threshold. The entire investigation has led to this single climactic moment. We know the who and we know the where.
But the what and the why, well, that remains a terrifying mystery, locked away on the other side of that door.
It really leaves you with a chilling thought, doesn't it? Preeti's story is a deeply disturbing mystery for sure, but it also makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden right there in plain sight, in the most ordinary places we know. Maybe some doors really are best left unopened.